You tired? Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Alex. I'm an international stylist based out of Melbourne, and I am going to try and convince you not to waste your money on designer bags, because I do not think that designer bags are the status symbol that they used to be. So the reason why is because there are so many fakes on the market now, even of the most luxurious, hard to get bags like the Birkin, or commonly known now as the Workin. There are so many fake bags out there, it's actually hard to tell what's real. It's even hard to tell for authenticators these days. Designer consignment stores are accidentally buying and reselling fake bags because the fakes are getting that good. That's pretty scary. That's pretty scary, and I do think that when everyone looks rich, no one does. When you have a real designer bag, it's so hard to stand out. And that's the whole point of designer bags as status symbols. They are designed to make you look wealthier than everyone else. The reason why is because they should be hard to get and hard to afford. But with so many fakes on the market, they're easy to get and easy to afford. You are no longer carrying a status symbol, you are carrying a bag 5 other people on the street have. You may have a Prada, the woman behind you has a Schmada, the woman in front of you has a Carrada. It goes on. So is this a good use of your money? I'm not so sure. What is a status symbol these days? It is probably where you live, the home you live in, the car you drive. Things that can't be faked. Now you can also get something which is affordable, hard to get, and rare, and that's vintage bags. Vintage bags are not made out of plastic. They are often made out of luxury leathers or exotic leathers. They are well made by craftsmanship that just does not exist these days. They were not made in the kind of, massive fast factory production factories that we have now. They were handmade, literally. Now I collect these bags because they are hard to get. I know for a fact that no one on the street is going to be wearing exactly what I'm wearing, and they tell a story. They are interesting to look at. They are actually status symbols. Why is this bag more of a status symbol than this bag, despite the fact that this bag cost just under $2,000 on the secondhand market, and this bag cost me $50? This bag, brand new, was about $4,000. I didn't pay that, by the way, secondhand, remember. There's probably at least 100 or 200 people that probably have this bag in Australia, minimum, of this colorway, by the way, not just the serpentine itself, of this colorway. This bag is from Mexico. I brought it off a grandson of a Polish woman who went on a lot of cruises, including a lot to South America, where she would pick up handbags on every single trip. She went into a care home. He was selling her collection of handbags so that she could have a bit of money to spend in the care home. This bag, I'm probably the only person in Australia who owns one. Tell me which one is more of a status symbol. Which one's more rare? It's this one. This bag is also from the 1970s. So this means that this is a 55-year-old bag potentially. It's also rare because, yes, the bag maker at the time may have made 50 of these bags. Most of them are probably in landfill. A lot of them are lost to time. Some might be in a closet in Mexico or Argentina or somewhere around the world. I own this in perfect condition. That's rare. That's a good use of your time. It's also a good use of your money. It's a high quality, well-made, perfect condition, exotic leather bag. Now, if you were to get this one today, it would cost more than this brand new because this is made out of better quality materials. Vintage bags are the new status symbol. They really are. And I have many. And I'm going to show you a few. I'm going to show you what I look for in a vintage bag, because do I want status in terms of looking rich these days? No, I do not care how much money someone thinks I have. Do I want something actually that no one else has? Yes, that's what I'm interested in, because I have an individual sense of style. I want an individual sense of handbag as well to match. I do not want a bag that everyone else has. Now, yes, I could also argue that I got a Serpentini in a lemon yellow. That does make this bag slightly rarer. I do like to get some of my designer bags in rare colorways or with rare designs on them. I think that that's great. They're also great to pick up secondhand because no one else wants them, because everyone wants the classic black or a classic pink. And I do have a lot of designer bags in those kind of classic colors. And this is only some of them, by the way. This is some of my collection of vintage handbags. So I'm going to show you right now what I like about them, what I looked for in them, and why I immediately paid the seller on Facebook Marketplace. I'm going to remove Minnie from my lap now. I'm sorry, tired girl. You're going to have to move to the side. Let's start from the start. Now, I told you about the grandson who I bought this bag from. Insane. Now, what I didn't tell you is that I bought this bag from the same grandson. Need I say more? Look how that opens. Whenever I wear this and I open it to pay for something, people are always like, that's such a cool bag. Where did you get that from? It's vintage. It's Python. Literally Python. I just love, and I always wondered what this part was for. It's to help you open it so that you don't actually have to touch the snake skin. It's got little pockets. Just so beautiful. They just don't make them like this anymore. And what I love about this also, timeless. Absolutely timeless. Look at these horses. This is more Hermes than Hermes. I mean, that is just unlike anything I've ever seen before. A really stiff bucket bag with a kind of satchel on the inside so that your stuff doesn't fall out. I mean, I can tidy this and just make sure that none of my things are taken. And I can also reach in my hand to still reach things in my bag. I think this is such a clever bag. I love how unique it is. And I love the horses. I just think these beautiful silk horses. Stunning. Just stunning. So unique. Clearly one of a kind or something like that. This bag is from the 70s. This is also a snake or lizard bag. I just find this one so interesting. Look how this one opens. Stiff. So stiff. Look at this. I just think this bag is just so cool. So cool. Timeless. Very stiff and architectural and interesting. Very classic 1970s shape. Stunning. Stunning. Unusual. So interesting. The bag I get the most compliments on. It will be because it's a Hermes kind of looking bag. But what's interesting about this bag is that it's older than when Hermes Birkins and Kellys came into popularity. So this is a Fier. Goodness, I need to look this in the inside. This is a Gianfranco Fier made in Italy bag. Now this is arguably from the 80s or the 90s. Still with its original long strap, which is not very common when it comes to vintage. Everyone always asks me where this bag is from. Vintage. Stunning. Can be worn two ways. Just stunning. Isn't trying to be fake. Is vintage. Beautiful. Now this one is not grey territory, but it's interesting territory, isn't it? So this is from a leather maker in Italy. Now I also picked this one from Facebook Marketplace. Look at that top. That's how this one opens. This is a vintage bag by a leather maker, and I actually looked them up, I'm pretty sure it's Florence. I Ponte Fienzi. Let's see if I can show you the inside. Is that cool? To me, this looks like it's from potentially the 2000s. So it might be at least, I mean, technically we're in the 2000s now, but, oh, and you know what was really cool about this? This works. Oh, wait, sorry. There's so many cool things about this bag. Look. These actually hold that. And the key works for the lock. It's not an Hermes bag. It has a very simple, look, I literally just opened that. Take off the lock. Such a well-made bag. I mean, just so well made. I haven't worn this yet, actually. I've having good intentions to wear it, just haven't yet. I mean, a working lock, and in the pocket there's an extra key, which was a really happy surprise. Not trying to be something it's not. Classic and beautiful. And it has feet. I love bags with feet. How cool is this? Look at that handle. I've never seen anything like it, ever. It doesn't have its original strap. So this is really interesting. This is a space bag by Ivan Cipriani. It's also made in Italy. This is what it looks like on the inside. Very simple. This is a very rare bag. It actually kind of reminds me of Alexander McQueen's knuckle bags. But oh, it reminds me of Alexander McQueen's knuckle bags in some way. But it's a bag from the 1960s in fantastic condition. Or if it's not from the 1960s, it's from the 1990s. So it's still pretty old. It's as old as me, potentially, if not older, and in fantastic condition. This designer doesn't exist anymore. Last but not least, this beautiful lady. She has problems. I'm not going to lie, she does have problems. She's not a reliable opener. She opened then, which is nice. It's the way things are. This is the inside. Little pocket here in the front. Look at that. Can you see that? Aries, Mexico. A brand that is, as far as I'm aware, no longer in production. Just stunning. In almost perfect condition. This woman treated her bag so well. Classic. Just beautiful. So in terms of what I look for in these bags, I look for great condition. I look for timelessness and interesting. Just so interesting. Sometimes the interest is the leather it's made out of. Sometimes it's the color. But yes, this bag often like pops open and sometimes it's hard to open. It's working fantastically today. I know it's fantastic. Just amazing. Thank you so much for watching this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye.